Day 20, House of Wax. Came out in 2005. Ooh, I love it. It's only an hour and 53 minutes. Definitely doesn't compare to the original, because Vincent Price was amazing. Every film that he did definitely brought out the true horror, I guess, aspect. Now, this film has a star-studded, I'm stuttering right now, has a star cast. You have Chad Michael Murray, who plays Nick. You have Alicia Cuthbert, who plays Carly. You have Paris Hilton, who plays Paige. Jared Padalecki, who plays Wade. John Abrahams, who plays Dalton. Robert Richard, who plays Blake. And then you have Brian Van Holt, who plays Bo. Now, in this movie, it's exactly what you see. It's about House of Wax. And these kids want to try and make it to a very important college football game. And so they decide to drive across country, try and make it, yada, 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 whatever. Ends up getting too late, and they end up camping out. And they camp out in the middle of nowhere. What do you know? Shit fucking starts happening. There's a creepy truck that pulls up, and Nick, being the badass, that's played by Chad Michael Murray, he ends up throwing a beer bottle at his headlight, and everything just continues to go from there. They all go to sleep. We are brought to the eyes of the killer, and he steals Dalton's camera. He ends up messing up Wade's fan belt, and they end up getting stuck for a while. Now, Blake, Paige, Nick, Dalton, they tell Wade and Carly, hey, we're gonna go to the game. Wade was like, well, I'm not leaving my car behind. So Wade stays, and Carly's like, well, I'm not gonna leave you to go. To be here by yourself. So they end up finding an abandoned house an abandoned town that this deer hunter shows them, and it just kind of goes crazy from there. They end up seeing a house of wax. Like I said, shows it right there. And there's so many gruesome deaths in this. There's actually a point where one of them gets turned into wax, and they touch their cheek, and it slides off, and you see it's really gross. It actually turns my wife's stomach to the point that she can't watch this. I mean, she tries, but depending on how it is and how late it is, she'd prefer not to. I will give her credit for watching it when I ask, because it's definitely, it's a lot. If you've ever been into a House of Wax, there are a lot of them that are very realistic, where this could possibly happen. But it definitely, I think you should watch it. It's, the story's good. I don't really remember the original, because this, like I said, this is a remake. So I don't know if they do scene for scene, but when you put Alicia Cuthbert and Chad Michael Murray as twin brother and sisters going up against a redneck named Bo, I will take them any day, because they just show what siblings really can do together. Actually, I first watched this with my sister Keisha, and I used to low-key think of that I was Nick, quote-unquote badass. I mentioned that to my wife last night, and she goes, you don't have any street cred. I go, yeah, probably not. But hey, it's always good to imagine. That's what films are for. You feel like you could be them, and that's exactly how I felt with House of Wax. And I don't know, maybe it's because I think that my sister and I have that kind of strength with our friendship. But it's definitely interesting watching something with your siblings or someone you love, because your mind goes left or right as to the best, I guess, not the best case scenario, but sometimes, at least I think, if I was in this situation with the person I'm watching with, how would it end? Um, IMDb gave it a 5.5 out of 10. I give it a 4.5 out of 10. Sorry, 4.5 out of 5 because, like I said, it's a good movie. The cast, they were all very young. I think Chad and Michael Murray just got done with One Tree Hill or something like that. Um, but, and I mean, Jared Padalecki was in the middle of Supernatural. So, like I said, the characters in this, they're played very well by these actors, and I think you should give it a watch. Sadly, it's not on any streaming service, but if you can find a way to watch it, I highly suggest you do because it's definitely worth it. There is one, if you don't like Paris Hilton, because I know a lot of people don't, there is one way that she dies in this that, till this day, I'm like, yeah, that's perfect. But that's because I'm kind of fucked in the head. But anyway, give it a watch. Let me know what you think. Thank you.